Namaste. I, Harsh Ananya, Assistant Professor in Government Law College, Ajmer. Welcome to all my dear viewers and students for the session. So let us begin our today's lecture for Constitutional Law of India, and we will study the failure of constitutional machinery in a state. Okay, so let us understand the various details of the particular provisions in hand. Okay, so Article 356 provisions in case of failure of constitutional machinery in state. So, for understanding this Article 356 in detail, we must first read and understand Article 188 of the draft Constitution. Okay, the draft Constitution contained Article 188, the modified form of which we see today as Article 356. So let me read and reiterate Article 188 of the draft Constitution to you people, so that you have clear and complete understanding of the present provision in hand. Okay, so Article 188 of the draft Constitution. Article 188, power of the governor in case of grave emergencies. If at any time the governor of a state is satisfied that a grave emergency has arisen which threatens the peace and tranquility of the state, and that is not possible to carry on the government of the state in accordance with the provisions of this constitution, he may by proclamation declare that his functions shall, to such extent as may be specified in the proclamation, be exercised by him in his discretion, and any such proclamation may contain such incidental and consequential provisions as may appear to him necessary or desirable for giving effect to the objects of the proclamation, including the provisions for suspending in whole or in part the operations of any provision of this constitution relating to any body or authority in the state, provided that nothing in this clause authorizes the governor to suspend either in whole or in part the operation of any provisions of this constitution relating to the high courts. The proclamation shall forthwith communicated by the governor to the president, who may thereupon either revoke the proclamation or take such action as he considers appropriate in exercise of the emergency power vested in him under Article 278 of this Constitution. A proclamation under this article shall cease to operate at the expiration of 2 weeks unless revoked earlier by the governor or by the president by public notification. The functions of the governor under this article shall be exercised by him in his discretion. Okay, so let us now read the particular part of Article 356 which we do find in the present Constitution, so that we can have a comparative analysis of both the draft Constitution's Article 188 as well as Article 356 of the present Constitution. Article 356, Clause 1. If the President, on the receipt of report from the Governor of the state or otherwise, is satisfied that a situation has arisen in which the government of the state cannot be carried on in accordance with the provisions of this Constitution, the President may, by proclamation, assume to himself all or any of the functions of the government of the state, and all or any of the powers vested in or exercisable by the governor or any body or authority in the state other than the legislature of the state. He may by proclamation declare that the powers exercisable by the legislature of the state shall be exercisable by or under the authority of the parliament. He may by proclamation make such incidental and consequential provisions as appear to the President to be the necessary or desirable for giving effect to the objects of the proclamation, including the provisions for suspending in whole or in part the operation of any provisions of this Constitution relating to any body or authority in the state. There is a proviso attached, provided that nothing in this clause shall authorize the President to assume to himself or any of the powers vested in or exercisable by the High Court, or to suspend in whole or in part the operation of any provisions of this Constitution relating to the High Court. Now let me explain to you the present provisions contained in Indian Constitution relating to the failure of constitutional machinery. Thereafter, I will compare it with the Article 188 of the draft Constitution, and in the end, I'll explain why we have adopted the scheme of Article 356 as we find in the present Constitution. Okay. So the provision is that the President can either on the receipt of the report of Governor or suo motu can proclaim the failure of the constitutional machinery in the state. Okay, so if he is satisfied, then either he on his own accord or on the receiving of report from the governor may issue a proclamation, okay, because of the failure of the constitutional machinery in that particular state. Okay, so the satisfaction here of the President of India is satisfaction of the Council of Ministers, okay, because he is to work in accordance with the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers. So first thing is clear to you people, I guess. Now by the particular proclamation, that is the President of India, can assume to himself all the functions of the state government, okay, or whatever powers are exercisable by the governor can be assumed by him, or whatever powers or functions are entrusted to any body or authority in that state other than that state legislative assembly, those can also be acquired and exercised accordingly. And by the issue of that such proclamation, the powers of the state legislature now can be exercised by the parliament or by the authority of the parliament. Okay, so it is not necessary that such powers will be exercised by the parliament. Okay, so if it is required, then parliament will exercise, and if due to some reasons parliament is not able to exercise, it can delegate its power to the president. Okay, and such incidental and consequential provisions which are necessary to give complete effect to the objects which are sought out to be achieved by issuance of such proclamation, then such incidental and consequential provisions can be made, and such incidental and consequential provisions can include the suspension of whole or part of the provisions of this Constitution relating to any body or authority of the state. The only limitation is imposed, which is imposed by the insertion of this particular proviso. Okay, so the President cannot assume to himself the powers which are exercisable by a High Court. Okay, so such powers cannot be assumed by the President which are relating to the powers of the High Court. Also, such provisions of the Constitution which are related to the High Court cannot be suspended in whole or in part. Now let us in the end compare Article 188 of the draft Constitution and Article 356 of the present constitution. If we see both the provisions very clearly, we will find that in Article 188 of the draft constitution, three different changes were introduced which are not present in the present constitution. Okay, in Article 188, as it stood originally in the draft constitution, the governor had the power at the first instance to issue the proclamation. Okay? Now we must understand why the governor was given the power to issue the proclamation and why at present this power has been given to the President of India. So first thing we must understand is, since under Article 355 of Indian Constitution, the center is duty bound to protect the states, okay, against any external aggression or internal disturbance, and to ensure that the government of the state is run in accordance with the provisions of Indian Constitution. Okay, so since this duty has been given to the center, there is no achievement by giving this power to governor to issue such proclamation as at the first instance for 2 weeks. Okay, so we must understand that in the end this duty is vested in the center. So therefore, what use or what purpose would it serve to give this power to the governor? Okay, so since the ultimate responsibility to protect the state or to ensure that the state government is run in accordance with the constitution provisions is vested with the center, therefore it would be apt and appropriate and further more relevant to give the powers to the president directly rather than giving the powers firstly to the governor and then it would root out and then finally reach to the president. So therefore the first change was introduced then and there and which we can find by reading the Constitutional Assembly debates. Is it clear now? Okay. Now the second thing which we should discuss here is, under the original Article 188 of the draft constitution, the president could exercise the power under Article 356 only and only on the report of the governor of the state. Okay, he could not issue a proclamation for taking over the administration of the state except upon the report. So suo motu cognizance provision was not there. So this again brings a difficulty in the working of the center, who is duty bound under Article 355 to ensure that the state government is run in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. Okay, is it clear to you people? So since finally the duty is rested with the center itself, so now what is the use of tying up the hands of the president who knows that such a situation has arisen, that the failure of the constitutional machinery in the state has took place And there could also be situations in which the governor could not or cannot report to the president for the exercise of powers under Article 356, that is to say, to impose president rule in the state due to the failure of the constitutional machinery. So, therefore, both the options were given, and which we do find in the present provisions, and finally, it is how Article 356 took its shape. Is it clear? Very nice. So, therefore, now the president can either on the report of the governor or on its own exercise the powers vested upon him under Article 356. Next, under the original Article 188 of the draft constitution, the parliament was not authorized to confer the powers of the legislature of the state on the president. The authority and the powers of the legislature of the state were exercisable only and only by the parliament. The change was made, and the same situation has been also explained by the chairman of the drafting committee, and the reasons assigned for the same is that the parliament may have too much work to attend, and it may not be able to deal with the legislations for the state whose legislature has been suspended. So therefore, keeping in mind such situations can also arise, therefore we do find then that the appropriate changes have been made in the original Article 188 of the draft constitution, and this is the reason why Article 356 was accordingly changed, and the final provision took its shape. I think it is very clear to you people now. Good. Now, we must also know that certain changes in Article 356 have also been brought about by 44th Constitutional Amendment, which has put or imposed restraint on the power of the Parliament to extend a proclamation issued under Article 356 beyond the period of 1 year. And we'll read about it in the coming videos. So till this, we must first of all, we must read clause 2. Any such proclamation may be revoked or varied by a subsequent proclamation. So the president can issue such proclamation, and he can also revoke such proclamation, and he can also vary such proclamation by issuance of a subsequent proclamation. Is it clear? Clause 3 reads, every proclamation issued under this article, except where it is a proclamation revoking a previous proclamation, cease to operate at the expiration of 2 months, unless before the expiration of that period it has been approved by the resolutions of both the houses of parliament. So the time limit here is such proclamation can exist if it is not revoked by a subsequent proclamation, or if it is not varied by a subsequent proclamation. The normal existence of such a proclamation is for a period of 2 months. And if it has to extend, it extends only and only by the approval of resolutions containing to that effect by both the houses of parliament. Is it clear to you people? So thank you dear students and viewers for listening so carefully till now. We shall continue our lecture in the coming video. Till then, stay listening to the videos and keep the learning process on. Have a great day ahead.